live again, boys. I'm hoping that it's picking up from the microphone. What's going on, everybody? Dustin with Black and Gold Pressure Washing. We're back again for another video. We got Roscoe on the job with us. Well, we're not really on the job, but Roscoe's hanging out. He's got to wear a comb for a couple days because he can't leave himself alone right now. He's got allergies, so he's going to be wearing a cone. But I'm going to keep him out here with me so he can just hang out and not feel so lonely inside. And then what I'm going to be doing today is trying to take care of a lot of the trash and stuff that's in the van. We just got this van in our name, and it's going to be our new work vehicle. So the fact that it's going to be our new work vehicle, but it was somebody else's work vehicle, means there's a ton of stuff in here. A lot of this can be thrown out and is just like random parts and pieces. Some of the stuff I'm going to keep. So what I need to do is kind of go through and decide what I am going to keep and what's worth keeping and what isn't worth keeping. So that's kind of what we're going to do today. Just root around in this van a little bit, and then hopefully y'all will pop in here and stuff and say what up, keep us a little bit entertained. But you got to make sure you stay right here. Okay, you're going to stay right here with me. Okay, so what I need to do is probably find some big garbage bag that I can throw a lot of this stuff away in. I'll let people file in here before we get too crazy with it. I was thinking I could set y'all on this too, because this might be a good little view spot from here. Then I can lower y'all as well, because they're gonna be like right here, and I'm gonna put my dumpster little thing right here. That should be pretty good. Then y'all can see me digging around in here and stuff, figuring out what's what. I'm gonna find a trash bag really quick, which I might be SOL, because I got to thinking. I think I put it in my Explorer, which Lauren's driving. So I have to figure out something else for bags. I have like garbage bags, like trash bags in the house, but I was hoping I had the big, like, black, heavy duty trash bags, you know? But I'm not seeing them. Let me grab some really quick. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Okay. Okay. Go find some trash bags. There's gonna be some wasps that are flying around because I dehomed them yesterday out of the van, and so I think they're still trying to find their way back in and stuff. Some of them went inside here, and the others flew away. So I'm hoping that we have dealt with that problem. I need to get some of that hornet spray y'all were talking about, and I need to make some of that soapy water stuff. I might keep y'all right here. This might be a little bit better. Hard to see how many people are in the chat. There we go. What's going on, everybody? If you're just now joining, basically we are going to be trying to clean out this van. This was my grandpa's old work van. It's now going to be my work van, except he was a carpenter and I'm a pressure washer. So I need to kind of clean out all the stuff that's junk and unusable and not going to be used again, toss that, and then kind of try and reorganize a little bit. I don't have too much room in the garage yet to be able to take a lot of stuff out and put his stuff back in, or take a lot of stuff out of the van and put it in the garage, you know? But if we can get the bulk of the junk out of here, we'll be in a much better position, because it's not as full as you guys might think. If you look on the shelves, they're not like stuffed. And a lot of this stuff is just going to be tossed because it's like old spray paint, old pieces of wood, like stuff that I won't use that he was maybe holding on to because you just don't know. But Roscoe, you got to stay over here. Make sure you stay over here. I'm going to wheel this trash can over here, and then we'll get started here cleaning this stuff. Let me get this trash can, trash can. What's everybody up to today? It's a, I don't even know what today is. What, Wednesday? I'm all thrown out of whack right now. Need to try and kill these wasps, man. I don't want them attacking me while I'm out here. Okay, so what's going on, Muhammad? We have the trash can right here. That's where we'll be tossing a lot of this stuff. I might wheel it a little bit closer, but that's what I'm talking about. This wasp is pissed off at me, man. I ain't gonna be fighting you the whole day, man. I don't want to fight. I don't want no war with you, bro. We don't want no war with you, bro. Okay, I'm trying to hold the trash to where Roscoe can still fit through with this big old cone. My boy's got a big old cone on, but he can't fit through some areas. It's a tight squeeze. It's a tight squeeze. These aren't the bags I was trying to use though, because they're pretty thin. But actually, my grandpa might have had bags in here. You know what I'm saying? Now that I think about it, might be able to find a bag in here. But basically, what I was gonna do is just kind of throw out a lot of this stuff, and I don't have to put it all in these bags. I can put some of it just in the trash, but I thought I'd make it easier. And I noticed there's some water on this. See, he's trying to get in. How are we gonna kill him? I need to swat him or something, yeah? There was some water on top of this bag. I don't know if y'all could see that drip off. But that lets me know that somehow water has gotten in here. It wasn't much at all, but it looks to me like something drips slightly from somewhere. I just don't know where. So that'll be something to think about, because we don't want a hole. But like stuff like this, you know, like half empty bottles of caulk, like I'm never gonna use that. So a lot of this stuff is just going to be like, am I gonna use it? No. Okay, toss it. Because a lot of this is, like I said, junk, or it's stuff that like you would throw in the back of the van if you were you know, packing up on a job after working all day and you're tired and you don't feel like doing anything, or you don't feel like putting it all away properly. You just kind of toss it in the back. Some of this stuff I will save though, I'm not gonna lie. But like, I don't know if I'll ever use any of these plumbing parts, boys. We got like all these plumbing parts, but like these are all just random fittings and stuff that I probably will never use, unfortunately. Just trying to double check. There's nothing good in here. Because we'll call it on this bucket. I might save the 5-gallon bucket actually. Yeah, boys, I don't know. I don't think there's much in here. I think we'll call it on this bucket. But I will save the 5-gallon, because you can always use an extra 5-gallon, you know what I'm saying? So I will take this 5-gallon. So +1, boys, +1. What's going on, Only Games? Seen you in here before. How's it going? How's it going? We're just kind of cleaning out this van. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here that is just like toss stuff. See, like this bag can't even be much heavier than this. Although what I think I'll do is a lot of this, I'm just going to like go back and forth with tossing it into the trash versus putting it in a bag, because some of this is just going to rip right through the bags. You know what I'm saying? What's better, van or trailer setup? I don't know. They have their pros and cons. I would say with a trailer setup, even if your van wasn't working, you would be able to still go get a job done, because you could just either go rent a vehicle, or if you had a backup vehicle, you know what I'm saying? So it's independent of the vehicle's motor and engine. So if this ever crapped out, you would be able to use your trailer. But with the trailer, sometimes you're in neighborhoods, it's tighter squeeze. Sometimes there's not parking, especially in townhouses. So if you had just a setup that was in a vehicle or like a truck bed skid or a van, I could see that as a benefit for having the setup be part of the vehicle. Something else I think about is how much water you're trying to carry or at least have on hand, because I was trying to think the shocks and like the suspension and all that of the vehicle once you fill it up with water probably does a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. Whereas like the trailer is kind of built to take the weight and only going to take the weight. And if you needed to replace something on the trailer, it's not like the suspension of a vehicle. So I could see that as another benefit for a trailer versus a skid or a van setup. But I think they both have their pros and cons, because I think it would be nice to like get in to tighter spaces sometimes. Because I was thinking, even with the Explorer and the trailer, like I'm not that long because my trailer's pretty short and my Explorer's pretty short. But I couldn't imagine some of these guys have like 14-foot trailers and they have an F-250. Like you're talking, way longer amount of space in which like that you need in a neighborhood to be able to do a job. You know what I'm saying? So compact is nice too. So I would say if you can go compact, that's more the key than anything. And the tighter profile you can make it, that would be ideal. You're trying to run a van setup? Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, I'm trying to clean out this van right now so I can turn this into a like a mobile operation center for the pressure washing business. So I'll have all my fittings, parts, pieces, all that stuff. Maybe extra hoses, extension cords, outlets, stuff like that that I have been keeping in my Explorer, but that now I'm going to keep on the trailer or keep in the van itself and not the Explorer. And then this is going to start towing the trailer, not the Explorer. The thing that I realized yesterday, boys, that I might have a predicament with is that because this is a bumper hitch and I need to pull into my garage right here, the van, like the trailer parks right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but the trailer parks right there. The van is a little too tall to push the trailer far enough back into the garage to clear the garage door so that it can close. The Explorer sits low enough to where I can kind of, scoot in. The van right here is going to clip the garage door frame of the house. So I've got to figure out how I'm going to deal with that issue. I was thinking I can always just pull the trailer in and not fully pull it in, then hook it up to the Explorer, then back it in once Lauren's back home with the Explorer. But I haven't quite figured out that part of everything yet. But that is a predicament that I just noticed yesterday that I'm going to run into, is how am I going to push the trailer far enough back in the garage without clipping the top of the van over here. Let's go. How much money am I saving every month for my personal dreams? Not as much as I'd like to, brother. I try and save like $100 to $200 a week and put it into savings. So I don't really have it designated for anything yet, but I try and save about $100 a week minimum. And if I have any extra income, I'll try and save that as well. So a couple hundred a month. Compatible for your purpose, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I'll deal with this issue. It's going to be either I hook up to the trailer twice with two different vehicles to get it back in at night, or I was thinking with a receiver hitch instead of this bumper hitch, it would probably put me out to like right here, which would give me like another foot or so, a little less than a foot maybe. That might actually allow me to push it far enough in without having to worry about clipping the top of it. So we'll see once we try. We haven't tried it yet, so I don't know if it's an actual issue, but looking at it, it looks like an issue. So we'll have to figure that part out. Home close, yeah. Y'all need joint compound? You need joint compound? Ugh. Ugh. Shouldn't open that. Don't need that. Hold me now. Random stuff I don't need. Tallywallies. Paper towels. I'll save the caulk guns, but I think I'm gonna toss the bottles of caulk, yeah? That seems like a reasonable thing. Hold me close, you. So a lot of this stuff is just, sorry, Grandpa, I don't need it. He ain't gonna be mad. He wanted to pay me to clean his van out for years, and I just never got around to it. As a kid, I used to do it. He would pay me, like for the day to basically do what I'm doing right now. Basically clean out the van after a year or so, because after a year of putting stuff in and out of the van, you just kind of end up with it looking a little junky and everything, like, you know where everything is, but it's not in its place. So what I'm gonna do is toss out a lot of this stuff because we just don't need it, and he don't need it anymore because he has passed away. So random cans of stuff that I find that I think will be useful, I'll keep. But a lot of the random, like, putties and silicones and stuff like that, like, I don't need any of this. Like, I'll save, like, big stuff like clips. But, like, yeah, a lot of this I don't need. I don't know if you boys can even... I want to put it to where y'all can see what I'm digging through, too. But it's basically just a bunch of silicone stuff. And, like, trowels and stuff. But these trowels are shot, man. Yeah. I don't even know if I'll try and salvage the trowels. Would y'all salvage the trowels? Like, would you save these? I don't know if I'll ever use this. Would y'all save this? We'll set aside some of this stuff to let chat help us decide. Maybe that's what we'll do. I could do a bucket of stuff that I need help deciding on. Keep or toss. Yeah, I can put you inside if you want to go inside. I know it's hot out here. You want to go inside? Let's go inside. Come on. No, you don't want to? Okay. Roscoe's. He's hot out here, but he doesn't want to be left inside, so that's all right. Okay, so what we're gonna dedicate this bucket to stuff that we're undecided, but that we are gonna let chat kind of decide if we keep or don't keep. So anything that's undecided on keep or don't keep, I'm putting in this bucket, and then we can all decide in a little bit once we got some more people in here. But I think all these silicones and stuff and all that, I'm tossing. So this whole thing is gone, boys. All this stuff we don't need. Look at all of it. What's going on, Matthew? I'm cleaning out our work van here. So I just got this van from my grandfather's estate when he passed away. And because Lauren's car has been crapping out, she's going to be driving the Explorer now. So this is going to be my new work truck. But I have to clean it out because, as you can see, he had it for carpentry and wasn't very organized. So I need to kind of go through, toss everything that isn't of use and that is junk or trash, and then we'll have a better workspace. So that's what we're doing right now. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. What's going on, Chris? Yeah, I just, right now I'm just cleaning out this van, but I do pressure washing and YouTube. Depends on who asks me what I do for a living. If they're a blue collar guy, I do pressure washing. If they're a white collar guy, I do content creation. It just kind of depends who I'm talking to. But I do a little bit of both. We have a couple YouTube channels, and then I have the pressure washing business. What we're doing right now is I'm on the YouTube for the pressure washing business, basically cleaning out this van that we're going to be using to tow this truck. HVAC or this trailer? I'll show you my trailer. Our trailer's right in there. I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, nice. You do HVAC? Heck yeah, brother. I was actually looking at the HVAC program at our local technical school. Do you you like what you're doing? I was just checking it out the other day. What about, where did Roscoe go? Roscoe! I gotta find Roscoe. I don't know where he went. He wandered off on me. I think he went into our neighbor's yard. You're gonna have to give me a second to check for him. Let's go, brother. You reset a float switch last week. What are you doing over there? Yeah, I've done the minimal. I pulled last week with the AC. I did yeah, maybe it was a float switch as well. Yeah, honestly, that's what I did last week too, brother. We had the drain tube that was too full, and luckily our neighbor had like a shop vac, so I hooked the shop vac up to the drain like tube and sucked all those nasty like boogers out, and then that freed up the float switch, so then the AC was working. So I was a lifesaver too, brother. I was able to take credit for that. And I looked like I knew what I was doing when in reality, that was my last ditch effort before I called somebody for help. But we made it work. We just had an AC guy come out yesterday though to do some maintenance on it because it crapped out and I wasn't, I got it back running, but I wanted to make sure that it was actually good. So we had another guy come out and double check my work, but oh man, it's hot out here. Roscoe keeps going over to the neighbor's house and fetching a ball. I know you want to play. His ball sat out last night. This is his favorite ball. See if I can show y'all him. Hey. He's got the cone on right now, so it's kind of not fair. He has trouble picking up the ball when he has that cone on. Unfortunately, he can't leave his skin alone right now. You trickster. I hear the ice cream man. Isn't it like too early? Well, I guess it's summer vacation now, right? Summer started. I hear the ice cream man. Boys, I don't know if I got any cash on me. I was going to say I might swing by and grab the ice cream out here out front when we go. What's y'all's go-to at the ice cream truck? Do y'all have a go-to order? Like a Choco Taco or something? I used to kill those like strawberry shortcake, like popsicles. I forget what they're called. The strawberry shortcake popsicles and then Choco Tacos. Trying to think what else I would get. What was the like, it was kind of like a snow cone thing, but it had like a gumball at the bottom. It was like a paper cone. I remember that as well. And then our ice cream man used to sell these like, those things you would throw at the ground and like pop, you know, and you throw them at people's feet. I forget what they were called, poppers, I'm pretty sure, but those were always fun too. I hear him in the neighborhood, but it sounds like he's at the back of the neighborhood right now. I'll keep this right here so y'all can see. I'm basically just tossing a bunch of junk, like random stuff that I'll never use, like half-used bottles of caulk and old tape, stuff like that. And then stuff that we're going to save. Is this a jack for a car? Look at this little thing. I could have used this last week. Huh. It looks like you would put like some sort of bar in it right here and then crank her up like this. I'll put it in our bucket of like save or toss, unsure of. Pretty sure I want to keep that one though. This is a good boy, Roscoe. Like, what am I going to do with this? It's like half bag of concrete or something. I don't even know what it is. Easy sand. This trash can is going to be so heavy. I hope that our trash can machine guy, the little arms that pick up the trash, you know, I hope they're ready for a workout tomorrow. Hey, let me see that. I got to kind of keep Roscoe entertained too, because if he sees somebody walking down by the road, what? You jacked it from me? If I see somebody walking down by the road, or he does, he's going to go say what up. I'm not trying to go fetch him. Do I plan on wrapping the van? Yeah, I was thinking about it. Our problem is our HOA. Our HOA is a little too strict, so we're not allowed to have any commercial vehicles in the neighborhood. So it's blank white right now, but I thought about getting it wrapped, and I'd like to get it wrapped, but I have to get approval from the HOA first because technically we're not allowed to have commercial vehicles. Luckily, my neighbor right here is the HOA president, so I can just talk to her, but I don't know if they'll be cool with it because they haven't, it's been a rule in the HOA bylaws or whatever for a long time that no commercial vehicles, no trailers. So that's why I have to park my trailer in the garage because it has to be out of sight. So unfortunately, that means our garage is taken up by a pressure washing trailer, and then I can't even promote my business really that well. So I'd like to be able to get it wrapped. It's something we're thinking about. Okay, so it looks like this jack is for the van. I'm gonna keep this in here actually because I see that built into the side of this little rack over here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but like basically right here, there's like a jack thing, a clip for it. Oh, I see where it sits now. So why didn't he have it where it goes? Come on, Grandpa. It has its own place, bro. Everything has a place and everything in its place. Okay, we'll leave that there. Okay, we found where the jack goes. Brother, you're gonna be hot out here. You're gonna want to go inside in a minute. Roscoe has FOMO, so he'd rather be doing whatever we're doing, even if he's like super uncomfortable. Right. Right. You want to say hi to the camera? Yeah, you want to say hi to the camera? You got people watching you. Yeah, you got people watching you. Hi. Hi. Hello, my boy. Hello, my boy. That's my good doggy, aren't ya? That's my good doggy, aren't ya? Yeah. That's my golden retriever. That's my golden retriever. That's a good boy. Okay. He got some love. Some love and attention. He's happy now. Okay, we're gonna keep throwing some stuff out here, Roscoe, so I need you to help me here. I opened this van door earlier and he tried jumping right in. I was like, son, actually, is this weather stripping? Yeah. I need some weather stripping at our front door, to be honest. Hold me down, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna give you like 10 or 15 more minutes out here and then you gotta go inside for a little bit. I'm not gonna have you overheating out here. I think I'll just do a big sweep out at the end on this because this is gonna be a lot to pick up. All right, boys, I'm going to start pulling out some of this wood and stuff. Whew. Oh my gosh, that is a hard bristle brush. I don't know. Might have to keep the rusty broom. Might keep. We're gonna keep that on the maybe. If it was like super soft bristles, I'd toss it, but it's actually really rough. So I actually kind of need something like that sometimes. All this random like stuff that's gonna give me tetanus probably. What do they use this for? What is this? Some sort of metal sheathing for something. We could do a show and tell what is this as well while I do this. But some of y'all might know some of these parts and pieces more than I do. Shoo. I was thinking if I could get another bucket cleared out. He's got another bucket over here. What in the hell? What the hell? There's a roach. I could actually use some of these shims in the house for our back door. So I'm gonna save some of these. But the rest of these I'm tossing. I don't need all these. Roscoe! 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 Hey! He's in the front yard, man. This man's all over the place, man. It's like keeping track of a toddler. Hey! Good boy. Good boy. Come on. We gotta go inside. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Come on, come on. Gotta hype him up so that he wants to. Good boy. Okay, I need you to cool down in here. Go, go, go. Cool down in here, okay, Buster? Okay, y'all. I had to put him inside. It's like babysitting a toddler. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Hopefully the mic is still picking me up. He's gonna be sad now. We can bring him back out here in a minute. I just need him to cool off because he will not cool down out here. It's too hot out right now. Let me know where y'all are at. What state, what city? What are we representing out here? So I'm dying from the Florida heat here in Orlando. All right, boys, we're getting back up in here now. See what we can and can't get rid of and all this. Okay. Look at these things. What's going on, Paul? Look at these pinchers right here. Boom, boom. What are these? Toenail clippers for horses or something like that. Boom. Y'all have to let me know. If you see a tool, you know what it is, and I don't, let me know what it is. Because I'm trying to figure out some of this stuff. Like, I kind of want to keep stuff like this, because this looks like I could use this for the AC wrap. Any little clips and clamps? I just bought a bunch of these. I'm salty. I don't know why I bought these when I had a van full of them. So, unfortunately, we'll start a, I don't know if y'all can see it over here, but we're going to start a little clip contraption. I'm bored, okay? I'm trying to make this more fun. You're in Iowa? Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, I've never been to Iowa. I want to go to Ohio because that's where my family was from. Up north, my dad's side at least. When the hurricanes come, do you usually dip, or we've always stayed. The only time we ever left, we just went to my grandma's house, which is still in Florida. We actually got hit worse there when we left. So we've stayed every year. We've lost a lot of trees over the years. I don't know if you can look back on my channel on some of the shorts from last year, or if you sort by like popular on our shorts, you'll see a lot of our hurricane stuff that we went through last year, because we lost like 5 or 6 trees here, and they fell on the house, and then we had to get them all taken care of. So it was a big insurance fiasco, but we usually write them out. I think we did no power for like 4 days last year, and then the longest we've ever gone without power is like 2 weeks here. But we're planning on getting a better generator. We have a generator, but we need a better one. Yeah, the insurance did end up paying out. I haven't uploaded the video yet of the tree. We got the video of the tree actually falling on the house. So the trees fell, and one of them fell resting on other trees that hadn't fallen yet, and they were kind of just uprooted and leaning like this, one leaning towards my neighbor's house, one leaning towards our house. And then we had tree guys quoting the trees being trimmed or cut down basically, And as he was out there quoting, he caught it on camera. The roots ripped up and both trees fell. One fell on my neighbor's house and one fell on our house. So technically, that happened after the storm, but we were able to make a separate claim because it was unrelated to the storm. So we made a claim for the storm damage that was taken care of, and then we made a separate claim once those trees fell on the house for that. So basically, they covered everything. But it took like, I mean, we just finished with the trees 2 months ago, maybe max. About 2 months ago, we finished handling that, and the hurricane was in late October, I think, early November. So it was an ongoing thing for the past like 6 months. Our deductible wasn't that bad. It was actually it was actually a lot. I think it was a percentage of the home value. I think it was like, I want to say it was like $6,500, something like that. Getting all those trees taken care of and all the like the fence went down, the siding got ripped up, the house, plywood, shingles, all that got messed up. The windows got broken. And then to have the trees cut, hauled away, stumps ground leveled. It ended up being like quite a bit. It was like closer to like, I want to say it was like 10 to, it was more than 10. I want to say it was closer to 12. We split it with our neighbor with some of the stuff. So it was kind of wonky on the pricing because half of it wasn't our problem, half of it was. So it was kind of it was a whole thing. I'm figuring out who owes what. What's going on, Randy, man? My grandfather was Randy. He's the one who owned this van. So I'm cleaning out Randy's van right now. It's our van now, but it was my grandfather's van, and his name was Randy. Hold me down now. Random saw blade. Anybody need? Holy cow, y'all. Look at the size of this drill bit. Look at this thing. This looks like one of those popsicles you get that are like the two-tone. You ever eat corn the long way? By long, you mean this way, right? Because I eat it like this. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, I prefer if my mommy's making it to cut it off the cob for me, please. With a knife. This drill bit's massive though. I'm gonna keep it just because. I don't think I'll ever have a use for it, but it's cool. But it's cool. It's cool, bruv. Everything else in here is looking like it can be tossed. Blue chalk. Oh, blows. This is that good stuff. See if y'all can see any coming out. This is like blue chalk powder for those what are those, like popping lines where you set the line after you measure, you know, and you pull the line and pop. Set it. That's chalk for it right here. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. Got a bunch of nails. I'll keep this. You can always use these. Everything else in this little bag is pretty much chalk though. Like maybe I'll keep this baby screwdriver thing. Another big drill bit. I'm gonna toss this one though. It's all rusty. How would you use this? It's like a baby pry. Little baby pry bar, but what do you slip that into? I don't know. I'd have to keep it just because. Okay, that's everything in this. So the rest of this we're gonna dump out, y'all. Let me just double check on the sides of this. Okay, he's got blades. We'll keep the extension cord cable connector. And other than that, I think this whole thing is getting dumped. What are these? These are the teensiest little nails. Are these nails? Look how skinny they are. There's so many of them. I don't know if those are nails. I don't know what these are actually. They're so flexible. Okay. Nothing better than mom's cooking. Heck yeah, brother. Heck yeah, brother. You're chilling? Yeah, I've had a couple days off, to be honest. Business has kind of been slow recently. I have a guy that's asking me to quote a big commercial property, but I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna haul water back and forth because they don't have water on site for a lot of the portions that he wants cleaned. It's an HOA community, so we'd have to bounce around a lot. So I'm trying to figure out how I'll properly bid the job. He told me he wants to submit the bid by Friday, but I already sent him a bid, but he sent me back like a more specific way he wanted it done so that he could submit it to a board. So he kind of basically took photos of all the areas and like highlighted the areas specifically that needed to be cleaned. That way we can line item by line item quote it for him. I quoted all the areas that I saw that needed to be cleaned, but there was a few areas that he added on to this new revised proposal that he wants filled out. So I got to do that in the next day or two. If I could get that out to him, I just got to figure out a proper price to where we're not like shooting ourselves in the foot by undercharging, because it's going to be really tedious hauling water back and forth. Like there's a spot in the neighborhood I can fill up at, but I don't have a big enough tank to keep working for like longer than an hour. So that's really my biggest issue. My tank lasts about an hour while I'm on the trigger with that 8 gallon a minute machine, and we would be on the trigger for like 10 hours, something like that. So I'd have to fill up like five, at minimum 10 times is what I was estimating. So to have to pack up, go get water, and then unpack and keep going, like that's really tedious. So I'm trying to figure out other ways around that. I've thought about buying like a tote, like one of those IBC tote tanks, and putting it in here to where I could have an extra 250 gallons of water, and then somebody could just be running this van with water back and forth to me while I continue to work. But that's my current running game plan. Other than that, I would have to get a fire hydrant key for that city specifically. And even still, I don't have a good way to fill my tank up with a fire hydrant currently. A lot of guys plumb specific like plumbing to it because of how much pressure is coming through the line. So you need like some fixed PVC tubing and stuff like that, and either drop it through the top of the tank, or I've seen some guys fill it through the bottom. But yeah, so I haven't quite figured that out yet. I haven't ever taken on a job like that where I'm gonna have to move or retrieve water more than one or two times. So it's something that I'm having to figure out how to do and how to price properly, because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but it's a good opportunity, you know. Good job. It's like it's anywhere between like a $5,000 and $7,000 job. So it's bigger on the it's big on the pressure washing side of things. Like that's a pretty big job. Okay. So we have this cleaned out. So we'll just keep this Husky bag because this will always be useful. It's cleaned out now though. So I think what I'll do is I'll start putting stuff I'm gonna keep into this thing. Just as a holding point for now. That way we're not continuing to scatter stuff all across the van. We can just kind of slowly add to this little thing. And then we have our maybe keep bucket down here at the bottom. Can't believe I figured out how that jack works. It looks like it is the jack to the van. So it's nice that it has one. Okay, stuff like this, I'm not 100% sure is going to fit down in this trash can. Kinda. You do the hydrant, go to the fire hydrant, or go to the fire department and see if they have anything you can borrow. Yeah, I've heard filling up from the fire hydrant takes like 1 to 2 minutes max, especially for a tank my size. I don't even think it would take that long. But the issue with the fire hydrant thing is that the way it works here is that with every city you work in, you have to go ahead and do that. So because it's this, because it's only in one city, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. But if it was like you're always working in different places, I could see how it would be annoying to try and worry about getting a fire hydrant connection in every city, or like a permit, because you have to rent like this meter basically, and it reads how much water is running through the meter into your tank. So then they bill you at the end of the month by however many gallons you used. So I've never had to do that before, and I don't know how much they charge per gallon of water. I think it's like, I want to say it's like 10 cents a gallon. So it'd be like 20 something dollars every time I go to fill up. Do I ever use the neighbor's water for a job? Not the neighbor's water. I've used the neighbor's once or twice. When I got permission, if the it's usually a townhouse issue. If like the townhouse didn't have water, or the water flow was low, and I saw the neighbor had water, I've offered to do their driveway for free in exchange for their water, and I've also offered like 20 bucks just to use their water. But both times I've done it, they've just been cool with me using it. So we don't use that much water when we're doing a little driveway. Two times less than what it is for a homeowner. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how much it would be. I estimated that I probably need to fill up like 10 times. There's about 5 different job sites throughout the neighborhood that need to be clean. It's like a little park here, it's the roof to the pool house over here, it's the pool deck in pool area, it's a monument that's across the lake, it's the loading dock for the boats, um, like the sidewalk area that goes to that, and then another park in the neighborhood, and then the retainer wall at the front of the neighborhoods. So it's a lot of like moving around the neighborhood to the like community ran areas. Um, that's kind of what the situation is. Well, haven't quite figured out how to deal with something like that, but you don't want to like really turn down jobs when you get opportunities to bid stuff like that, but you don't want to underbid and then really be struggling the whole time. So that's kind of how I feel. Have I ever tried pressure washing with dry ice? No, I haven't, but I've thought about it. I've seen the oh, I forget what the company's called, but they're actually like out of Mount Dora, which isn't too far from here. But they do the dry ice for like the rust removal on old vehicles and stuff like that. But I've thought about the dry ice for pressure washing though, because I've heard that it used to exist maybe, it doesn't right now or something. I forget. I was talking to somebody in one of my videos. You'll have to look back on it. But I was talking with a guy, and he said his dad was doing it like back in the 80s or 90s with dry ice. I think he was doing like car dealerships or something, though. I forget what exactly it was for. I don't recall the conversation that well, but it's on video somewhere. Did I pay cash for the van? I paid $98 for the van, brother. It was my grandpa's van, and when he passed away, uh, in the estate, they gave me the van. So I had to pay $98 to get it put in my name. So that's what I've paid so far. I'll pay a little bit more when I get it tagged and insured. So probably about 500 bucks is what I'll be out on the van. So not bad, you know what I'm saying? Not bad, not bad. I know what I'll do. At the end here, I'm gonna use the this stiff bristle broom that we found to sweep all this out. Okay, stuff we're not sure we're tossing, but we don't really need. See, I was thinking with this other one, it looks like my grandpa was using these. I was thinking I'm gonna use these possibly to wrap the ladders too on the roof. Like these are good like wraps for the ladders. So I think I will keep these actually. Because I was trying to think of what we used to secure the ladders to the roof with. He used to make me strap them down as a kid sometimes, but he had a couple like big twisties and then a couple big clamps. I'm sure I'll find them as I dig through here. So many random things. Like, look, they had to like, I don't know if they were using it so much that the grip was not what they wanted, so they like Jimmy rigged an extra grip on it. Now it's thicker. Ingenuity. What would this be for though? This was like a pipe cutter or something, right? Or what do you use this for? Because I know there's usually like a tiny little skinny blade right here, I'm pretty sure. That runs from like here to here, and it's like thin. Did I inherit anything else cool besides a ton of cash and a house? No. The actually the house I didn't end up with his house and I didn't end up with any money. The van is the only thing I got from the estate. And then same with my dad's estate. I got the black truck. I don't know if you've seen it in any of the videos, but I got a black truck from his estate, and then we got these two grills in the garage. I don't know if you see those two grills over there, but and I got a washer and dryer. So that was pretty nice. But yeah, no money, no house, unfortunately. But we'll take anything. My his daughter got the house, which is actually the house that I was born in. Trust me, I wanted the house, brother. I wanted the house, but it's when you don't have a will, it's kind of like line of succession. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't my house to have. But I was born there. I was born there. Let's see. Some of this stuff I don't like want to jam into the trash can, because one time I like fit a bunch of stuff in this trash and then it was like jammed in there, and when I came there was still a bunch of trash jammed in the bottom of it. Hey, take it easy, Daniel. Appreciate you stopping by, homie. Okay, let's see. What else can we do? We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Been live for 54 minutes, so nothing crazy. Got another bucket over here to go through, and then we'll keep moving on. I'm starting to run out of dumpster space over here, to be honest. Caulk gun. See, I think a lot of this is like plumbing stuff that I'm not gonna use. Holy cow. Look at this blade. It's like wrapped in tinfoil or something. Sometimes you wonder, what did they use this for? What were you up to there? I think a lot of this I'm just gonna go ahead and toss. I try and find any of the tool stuff. What is this? What the heck is this? You hook it into something, but I don't know what you would do that for. I think it might be for this. My guess would be it'd be for like freeing up a flange that's at the bottom of a toilet or something, where you would want to I don't know. That was my guess. I have no idea what this is for. It's called a raw chand. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think everything else in here I'm gonna call chalked on. We'll keep the random poles and stuff, but a lot of this stuff is just, it's time to go, brother. It's time to go. Time to go. Okay. Another 5-gallon bucket though. We're winning out here, boy. What's going on, Braden? Just hanging out, cleaning out our new work van. There's somebody else's van first, so they got a lot of their tools and stuff in it. I gotta slowly clean it out. Dang, boys. You're looking at the new owner of a sledgehammer. Look at this thing. Heck yeah. Dang, you can see where my grandpa already drilled like several other pieces of screw in here so that it didn't come out. This thing is nice. Do I look like Thor yet with my hammer? But yeah, got a new sledgehammer. Let's go. I don't know what I'll use it for, but it'll be fun to have. Never had one before. Never had a sledgy before. You know what I need is like a little hand, and a little like hand broom and dustpan. Because some of this stuff is like dusty noo. Okay, boys, what I think I'll do in here is I'll get the 5-gallon bucket and start putting stuff that's just trash in it. That way we're not. Oh, dang. Whole bunch of sandpaper. Always use sandpaper. Anybody up to anything today? Anybody got anything going on? What's going on in the world today? My grandpa has so many little like cans of like nails and stuff. Little things that are just miscellaneous. There's keys to something in here. Where do we think these go to? Honestly, some of the cans I might keep. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I was thinking I can keep my fittings and stuff in there. Some of the cans I'm saving. We've determined that. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see me in here. And I'm going to get up in this van. I'm going to get up in the van. Okay, and we're saving all the clips. We're starting a clip mountain over here. But stuff in here that I find not useful. Gosh, he's got so much of little things. All stuff that's like, if you ever need it, it's here. But will you ever need it? Probably not. Let's just dump that whole thing. That whole thing's getting dumped. I just love all these little cans of screws. I don't know why. It just brings back my childhood. Digging around looking for the specific one he's asking for. And of course you can't find it because they're all in little cans, unlabeled. Old notepad. Nothing on it. What would you use this for? Need like a flat piece. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Something useful to put stuff in. Compressor for the nail gun. Little boxes of screws. I think we'll dedicate one shelf to like screw parts and stuff. What the heck is this? This is a staple gun, I think. Look at this thing. There we go. Look at this thing. Oh man, my staples fell out. Look how tiny they are. Little staples. We'll keep this just in case. Never know when you'll need a staple gun. My question is, how does it go? There we go. Okay. Okay, and then it goes like this and then in. Okay, good. We're in. Now we got us a little staple gun. Never had one before, but I could staple all the homework real fast with this thing. Look how tiny the little extension cord is on it. Look at this little thing. He's so little. We'll save this. Saving the staple gun. Okay. What I think I'll do is I'll move y'all in closer here, so you can see what I'm doing. Hold me down there. Okay, okay. How's everybody doing today? I know this ain't the funnest, but it's something that needed to get done. So we're just taking our time with it, not in a rush. Don't have to finish up today either. So I didn't really have a set game plan on what we're doing or how long we're gonna spend doing it. I just kind of figured I could go live and hang out. I just need some friends, man. So I'm hanging out with y'all. I need some friends. Y'all are my friends. Hopefully y'all say, hopefully y'all tell people that you're my friend. Not just behind my back. Okay, so let's continue on to this shelf in here. I'll keep rambling off what we find in here too. A lot of this is just like saw blades that I don't plan on really needing. Although this one looks like it's in good condition. They are in good condition. But when am I gonna be using it? You know what I'm saying, boys? Just don't know when, if ever, I'll use it. Do y'all save stuff in anticipation that you may use it, or do you just toss it and buy it if you ever end up needing it? That's the real question. Because I could save all this stuff anticipating that one day I'm going to need all of it. But then I ride around with it 99.9% of the time never needing it. Or when I need it, do I just run up to the store and buy it? A lot of this stuff feels that way. Feels like don't really need it. But if I ever did need it, I would have it. Okay. So we've almost got this top shelf cleared off. Only couple things that I really care to save. Dang, so much random. I needed this though, boys. This is like a screen, what is that? The rubber filament that goes inside for screens when you're putting a screen into a window. Forget what they call that, but the rubber stuff. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll put all of our canned stuff up in here. And we can toss these. This way we'll have all of our screws and fittings and anything that we need that isn't necessarily must keep, but not a must throw either. Okay, boys, we found the honey hole of trowels. Okay, so we found our trowel bag. Oh, no, it's not trowels. Is it? Whoa. Dang, this is smooth. I don't know what this is, but it's like super smooth as I run my fingers on it. Same with this one. Super smooth. So I think we will keep the trowels. I think we'll dedicate this bag to them like this is. So these other two that we had from earlier that we weren't sure of if we were keeping, we found a bag that has a bunch of them in it. So we'll just dedicate this bag to it. And now we have a little like trowel bag. Not that we'll ever use it, but we have it if we ever need it. Okay. Knee pads, boys. This was a staple. If you're going to be on your knees, pad it up. Knee pad it up. Okay, back up in the honey hole. See what else we can find up in here. Some rubber made. Some more knee pads. I won't need the knee pads. Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry, Grandpa. Bunch of random wire I won't need. Tape. Okay. A bunch of random nothings up here. You know what I need, boys, is a magnet. Like a magnet gun or something. Because a lot of this is like loose screws and blades and shards of metal that I shouldn't be just touching, like this razor blade. But I'm going to touch it anyway. And I won't need these rods. Trying to get this all cleared up in here. Almost got it. Ugh. Okay, we'll just let that be. Okay, so we've got the top two shelves over here done now. Only thing I need to do is find a spot for these blades, these big blades, if we plan on keeping them. And then I want to put this can of stuff here. Okay, And we filled another bucket worth of trash that we need to dump. What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna drink some water here real quick. Your boy is thirsty, thirsty. Thirsty, thirsty. I'm at like 45% battery. When we get down closer to like 10 or 15, I'll probably call it on the live, and wherever we are with the van cleaning, we'll leave it at that. We just got all this cleaned out, both sides down here cleaned out. We have the top shelf up here cleaned out and the second shelf up here cleaned out. So we're gonna move on to this shelf, and then we'll clean this other side here. My dumpster is starting to get full right here. Yeah, I've already filled another 5-gallon bucket. So what I'm thinking is keep adding to it. Keep adding to it. Nasty. What's everybody up to today? Anybody got anything going on? Anybody playing any games? I got that new Dune game last night, the Dune Awakening. Started playing that with the friends. So that's gonna be my new game of choice for right now. That's what we're currently playing on. I haven't really got to play that much on it. I only got like an hour or two in last night, but we'll play more today and have some fun doing that. If y'all are ever interested in gaming content or any of my gaming stuff, let me know, because I might start doing like a Friday gaming stream on the channel or something like that. Other than that, I usually game on my gaming channel so that I'm not cross-contaminating content types. So most of y'all aren't into, well, not that you're not into gaming, but while you're on YouTube right now, you're not looking for gaming stuff. So if I'm pushing gaming stuff on you as a pressure washing channel, it confuses the algo. So I try and keep this like roughly pressure washing related, like home improvement / stuff like that, basically. That way I can kind of stay in the same category. Once you flop over to gaming, it's a whole nother beast when it comes to the algorithm. So try and keep my channel separate so that they are not cross-contaminating with each other. But the problem with that is I make money on this channel. I don't make money on the gaming channel. But when I want a game, it'd be nice to like game and make some money if I was live on this channel. But I game on a different channel that I'm not monetized on. So I don't make any money. I just game to game. But that's okay, because that's all I was gaming for anyway. I wasn't gaming to make money. But it'd be cool to make money while I game, you know what I'm saying? Like all the streamers are doing. I'm just a little pressure washing YouTuber. That's what I am. I'm trying to be more, but right now I'm a pressure washing YouTuber. Okay, let's move on to our next thing. Boys, do we need this plunger? I think I'm gonna toss this plunger. I think my grandpa probably used it in 100,000 houses. So I think I'm gonna toss this plunger. It's probably seen its fair share of doo-doo. And I don't want it, so we'll part ways with that. Okay, next thing. This is looking like a toilet. Looking like a toilet. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, boys, we're on to this next shelf down here. See what we got in here. We got some fine grit sandpaper. I think what I'll do is I'll slowly move these racks up to the top. And only keep what we really think we need while prioritizing getting rid of majority of stuff. Okay. Because once we have majority of stuff out of here, we can kind of decide from there. Okay, what's really worth keeping and not. Because a lot of this, I'm telling you, it's like, it's every single size screw and drill bit and nail that you would ever need. But me not being a carpenter or somebody that would actually like need this stuff, a lot of it is just like, not, I don't want to say useless to me, but it's not. Oh, these are nice in here. It's not pertinent to my business operations, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is all stuff that I like, maybe one day I'll end up using it, but I'm not, dang. It's got some nice ones in here, though. I don't need this for the pressure washing stuff, though. That's what I'm trying to get at. And if this is going to become a pressure washing van, then I don't want to have too much of this stuff be clogging up our workspace and our operations. So that's how we feel right now. And I think what I'll do is maybe we'll do what? Let's do nails. We'll do screws in one, nails in another, because that makes the most sense in my opinion. Screws in one, nails in another. So if it screws, it needs its own little place. But yeah, literally every type of everything you would need, man. My grandpa had it hooked up, brother. Okay, nice. Now we got 5 full racks up here at the top. 2 of these are cleaned out. And a lot of this stuff is just junk. Just stuff you don't need anymore. I love that he's used cans of just about everything. I've seen Blue Emu. I've seen Pyroline, dark chocolate cream-filled wafer cans, Folgers coffee can, Maxwell coffee can. Yeah, just about anything that comes in a can. OxyClean. Like, there's so many little, like, cans and tubes of stuff. I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny. I feel like construction guys are like the most disorganized, but like they know where everything is, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandpa used to be like, it's on the top shelf in the left and a little blah blah blah. Like, he knew exactly where all this stuff was. And to me, when I come out here, I'm like, okay, so almost got our 3rd shelf clean now. It's looking like it might end up being a multiple day video. Because what I think I'll do is get this one side taken care of and maybe some of this other stuff. But this is taking a while. I knew it would take me a couple hours, but I'm also sitting here talking to y'all and taking my time with it. So it's definitely going to take longer than one live's worth is what I'll say. Maybe I'll make this a part 1, part 2 type thing. But we've made some good progress today. Definitely we got 3 racks cleaned and the back of it cleaned out. And I need to like sweep out all this stuff and then kind of wipe some of this stuff down. I was thinking about possibly wiping down some of these shelves. Because if I wipe them down, then they'll be nice and ready to use. I was gonna say I could even pull it out and pressure wash it, but I probably won't do that because that seems like a nightmare. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all can still hear me and see me and stuff. I'm just out here picking. I'm American picking right now. I'm an American picker right now, bro. So much random. Like I said, boys, I need like a magnet in here. I have a little magnet. I need like a magnet gun or something, or like a bigger one. I have like a little square magnet. I need something bigger because a lot of this stuff needs to just be magnetized and picked up, especially down in here. Trying to find all the little pieces of wood that I can actually fit in my dumpster. Some of this stuff is too long to go in the trash right now. But we filled another bucket, so that's another 5-gallon down. What's going on, HTH? Yeah, I'm cleaning out the van. This was actually my dead grandfather's van, and now I inherited it from my pressure washing business. So I'm cleaning out the van so that I can use it for my pressure washing business. And then his legacy gets to live on because he was a contractor, and now that he's passed away, all this stuff would just never be used again. So I'm trying to salvage what I can and keep his legacy living on. Okay, let's see. Another bucket's worth. Call me Mr. Bucket's worth. Call me Mr. Bucket's worth, because I keep having a bucket's worth of trash. Okay, boys, what are we thinking to do with all this wood and stuff? I feel like I could pull it out, but I'll probably need to set it down at the curb and not put it in the dumpster here. So I think this dumpster's getting a little too full. This is what we're looking like trash wise. We're full, so I'm having to work on it. Okay. It's getting hot out here now. Sun is actually out. Like a lot of this stuff I just don't need, but I just don't know how to dispose of it properly. Do crime scene cleanup? I'd be rich. How do I feel about that? Let me think about it. I don't think I could see blood and guts. That would make me sick to my stomach, brother. I was going through the I was going to med school when in college, and I realized that it just was not for me because of that stuff. I don't like blood and guts, brother. So crime scene cleanup would be awful for me. Unfortunately. I realize that when I see like broken bones and wounds and stuff, I'm the type of person that's like, oh, you know what I mean? So just wasn't my calling. Okay, boys, we are going to, I kind of want this front end clean so that we can have it. I wanted to get at least a little bit of a sweep down, but I have all this wood that I don't know what to do with. A lot of it's like trim and molding and stuff like that from different job sites and stuff. And then this is like, like I said, it's different trims, different moldings and trims and stuff like that. Baseboards. All types of random stuff. I think I'll just put this down at the curb by itself. Like I'll hand carry a lot of these sheets of wood out, because it's not going to fit in my trash can. Anybody need a shower rod? Need a shower rod? Got one of those riding around with me. What else? Trying to see what... I almost think he used this as a piece of scaffolding. This wood piece, because I see these two yellow, I don't know if y'all can see them, but there's these two yellow fold up like railing things. And I think that was a piece of, I think that's scaffolding like set up, and then you would run this board across it, if I remember correctly. That way you could kind of work on a surface. Just like a little makeshift scaffolding. Hey, oh, it's got to go. Look at this tiny little. Actually, this would be pretty beneficial. I think I'm gonna save this. Lauren and I, when we were doing the car wash a couple weeks ago, I was pressing down on my push brush thing, and this bent up because the pole was too long and I was pressing on it. So the fact that this is a shortened version, like I can actually do what I was trying to do. So we'll hold on to that one. We can actually find some use out of that. I need one of those scrapper guys to come by. I got a whole bunch of scrap metal for you, but I ain't scrapping it. It's too much work. Let's see what we can see in here. Okay, boys, let's see what's in these. We have not looked in here. I think this is just empty. Yeah, just an empty toolbox. So that's nice. Now we got a nice big one, boys. Y'all saw the one that I was using in the Explorer is not as big as this, and we needed a big one. Oh, look at this. How about that, boys? Little drawers at the bottom too. Say what? Okay. So this will be our new toolbox for sure. For sure. If I can get that nail to, there we go, come out. I'm tossing all these. Nice, boys. We got us a new toolbox. Can't beat that. I wonder what year this is. Let's see if we can see if it has a year on it. 1993. 1993. Not bad. Let's go. Sketching for hoots. You know that, brother. Okay. So we got us a nice little toolbox. Trying to make a little area of stuff that we're going to keep over here. It's unorganized, but we'll get there. Okay, now my question is, do any of these drills that he had worked? And what in the heck is this thing? Boys, anybody know what this is? What am I looking at here? Some sort of pivoting drill bit technology that is otherworldly. Made in the USA. I don't know what that is. Anybody know what this is? Let me know. It looks like a drill bit or something fits in the bottom of this, and then you'd be able to like set the angle exact. I think that's what you would do. You would like set the exact angle, like a 45-degree angle, and then your hole is exactly 45 degrees maybe. I don't know. Looks like I'll keep it. Dang, look at this light. Look at this light, boys. Whom, whom, whom. I'm going to plug it into this extension cord over here. See if it works. If it works, we'll keep it. If it doesn't work, we're tossing it. Well, let us see. Let's see if it works. It works. Does both work? It both works. Let's go, boys. We got light. Here, I'll show it on cam so y'all can see. We got light. We got light. And look, you can turn one off or both off. Boom. How about that, boys? We'll definitely keep that for sure. I'm actually put that on my shelf right now. Because I was needing one of those the other day when I was trying to tinker around at night after dark. Okay. So what else do we got? Some sort of something. This, I think a scraper or a blade goes in like here, and then you would, you know? So that's what that is. This is one of those like, I think you load this with staples. You load this with staples, and then you can just slap staple things like whap, 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 whap. So we'll hold on to that as well. Actually, this is a for sure keep, so we'll keep this over here. Our little flopper. I cannot believe we got a nice new empty toolbox. That's exciting. And then I'm not 100% sure that these drills drill or charge. So what we'll do is we'll pop it onto the charger here. That's on. Okay, we'll pop this onto the charger. If this charges, then we'll keep it. If it doesn't charge, we're tossing it. I'm gonna assume most of this stuff works, but I know my grandpa used to complain about some of his tools, so I want to know which ones, so I don't keep them. You know what I mean? Okay. So this does charge. So we're gonna keep these Bosch drills as well. So it looks like we've got us some new drills. We have an impactor and we have a brute. So basically we'll have two drills now, which we have our DeWalt's, but I'm sure these are probably better. This one is an 18 volt. Are they both 18 volt? I don't know how good that is, but we have these two now. We'll take that. And we'll keep these here. We'll have to go through all the stuff we're keeping at some point, but for now, we're trying to eliminate majority of stuff. So if we really don't think we need it, we're gonna toss it. Look at this thing. I know what this is for. Something. It's for something. Okay, all the rest of this I think is tossy toss. I'll take this clamp though. Can always use a clamp. Can always use a clamp. Okay, I think everything else in here is toss. Okay, boys, all this is being tossed. Okay, so I don't know if we need this. it looks like he was just using it to hold the big drills and stuff. And I'll have this cleaned out a lot more, so I won't need this. So I think I'm tossing this, boys. I don't think there's any use for it. If y'all have a use for it, let me know. I'll let you have it. But I think I'm tossing it. I think I'm tossing it. I don't need it. Okay. So that leaves us with this big old piece of something that I need to figure out what to do with. I'm going to slide this and then use it. See if I can dump it into this bucket. Not on me, bro. Not on me, man. Like that, bro? It's like that, man? Okay. Okay, I dropped a nail. Okay, we found it. Thank God. I dropped 2 nails that are wet on concrete that is clean. So I was not gonna find these, and I did not want to run them over, but we got it. Cool. Okay. We are getting there, boys. We're getting there. I know this can be tedious, but somebody's got to do it, and that somebody has to be me. Who else is going to clean this out? I could have paid one of y'all. If one of y'all wants to come do it, I'll pay you. Oh my gosh. Y'all should see the, like, some of this. Some of this is just going to have to wait, boys. Okay. Some of this is just going to have to wait. Okay. I don't want to make this trash can too heavy either, because if I make it too heavy, then the garbage man won't take it. Okay, boys, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to get in here with the rough broom, this thing, and we're going to sweep all this towards this edge here, and then I'll get a little dustpan and we'll dustpan it out. Because we've been able to clean up a large portion of the area that we were trying to clean. The only other thing I really need to do today, well, I don't really have to do anything, but I just want to clear up like the front side of this. And I don't know what these are, boys. It's like a... Y'all let me know what these are. Holy cow. Okay, so it's like a fancy sawhorse. It's a pro adjustable sawhorse. Can y'all see this? It's heavy. Pre-drilled top use for 2x6 board for sawing wood. So that is what that piece of wood is for. So I think he was setting these up. And then, like I said, standing on that big board that we had over there. So I think what I'll do is I'll just save these with that board over here. Then we'll have a fancy little sawhorse, which is probably overkill. These are overkill. These are heavy, man. Like this has got to be 40 pounds. trying to see if I can see the weight on it. It's got to be close to 40 pounds though. Each, man. Heavy as heck, bro. Okay. We could only do so much anyway because the dumpster is full. So we'll probably end up saving the rest of this for another stream. What I want to do with y'all still though is I'm going to toss out whatever I can reach in here and then sweep all this, and then we'll be swept out, and then we can worry about the other shelves in a different day, and also the front side of this van that we didn't get to. All this up in here, but we made a lot of good progress. I'm satisfied with what we did, and like I said, all I need to do now is whatchamacallit, keep going with it at this point. Really, it's just a little by little process. Please sweep. Yeah, I'm about to sweep here in a second. Let us sweep all this out of here. I might have to run in and grab a dustpan. Actually, I think there's one right here. My grandpa's had this one my entire childhood. We might as well use it for one last sweep of my grandpa's stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll use this mega one. This has been in this van since my childhood. So we'll use this and we'll sweep it up, and then we'll get it to this edge right here, and we'll sweep it all into this edge, or like right here. Yeah. So that's what we'll do. That'll be our game plan. And then I saw that we've got this heavy broom. It's just going to kick up a lot of dust in here. So once I start this is the final. This is the finale, you know what I'm saying? The final hoorah, the moment you've been waiting for. Okay, and then we'll do another sweep out when we can get a lot of this other stuff too. Because like I said, there's a lot of stuff up in here that just, I mean, it's just all trash, a lot of it. So, because I just don't use, I'm not going to use any of this stuff. So, hate to toss it, but I can't use it. So, it's got to go. We'll use this for a lot of this too. Okay. All right, boys. It's about to be go time for the sweeping. Okay, we made one more bucket of trash too, so how about that? I'm telling you, this is going to kick up so much. Yeah. They're going to see me get covered in dusties. Could you imagine like trying to clean this out to like sell it? Or like Lauren wanted to make it like a conversion van, but like it's just got so much years worth of just dust and dirt and drywall stuff. I'm just trying to clean out these corners so that it'll be a quick little go at it. And we salvaged quite a few things. Couple hammers, couple caulk guns, couple like tools themselves, a brand new toolbox, brand new to us, a bunch of trowels, and then we also got like scaffolding, some drills, sledgehammer, extension cords, paint sprayer, a couple other things we haven't gone through yet. You don't got a vacuum? Put a mask on, bro. Yeah, I know. I don't have any masks here though. All my masks are on the Explorer, unfortunately. I don't know. He might have a pack of masks in here. But no, I don't have a vacuum, bro. I do have a vacuum, but we use it for the inside. I don't have a shop vac or something. I need like a shop vac because I have a lot of this is like debris, nails and stuff. I don't want to put in our good vacuum. I wish I had a shop vac. I need a shop vac, boys. Sometimes you use a putty knife to drag the big chunks of dust. That ain't a bad idea. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll just take it nice and slow. so that we don't kick up too much. Let me dust out this area over here. There was listen to that. It's already caking up my lungs. Not really, but I'm sure it will. I'm gonna get all this moved towards this middle area. That way we don't have to worry about these edges at the end, because this will be tedious. And we'll just slowly have to do this over time too. Like this will be something that is just little by little we clean it up more and more. I'm keeping the sledgehammer in here though, boys. I feel like it deserves to be in the van and ride with us. Okay. Okay, we'll let that be for now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get up in here and we're gonna slowly get this whole pile pushed to this edge, and then I'll sweep it up with a like a dustpan. What's going on, Septura? Nice, you're from Indonesia? Heck yeah, brother. Our we have a not pressure washing YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that's big over in Indonesia, Bangladesh, India. Okay, boys. We're not going to be able to be perfect back here, but I'm just going to try and get a lot of this without trying to kick up too much. I think if I can make bigger long sweeps, then we'll be able to get some of this better without having to worry about it kicking up as much. This ain't the best broom for this either. It's good because it's hard bristle, but it doesn't want to get in these nooks and crannies as easy. We'll just have to save the front end of this for another day, because this is taking quite a while. It's probably like what, a 4 or 5 hour project. And I think I've been live like 2 hours so far, something like that. I have a paint sprayer in here too. I want to try and see if it works. There's a funny story behind it. My grandpa was fuming one day when I came over because he swore somebody had stole his paint sprayer right out of his garage and sold it and pawned it off, and he was so mad and fuming. Never had somebody come up in his garage and steal something before and all this. And then when we were cleaning out his estate, the paint sprayer ended up being just deep up in his garage. So he didn't actually get it stolen. He just misplaced it. But I'll never forget that. He was fuming for a while about that. And just like how mad he was at the fact that somebody violated him like that and went in his garage. Okay, boys. Let's see if we can get this all over to this one side. Okay. Sheesh, that's looking better already. We'll do a quick like I said, this isn't going to be perfect today because we got some more to do, but this is a big improvement, you know? Okay. I think that's good. I think I'm good with that. Okay. We're good with that, right, boys? Everything looks pretty good in here? Okay. Get out of there for a second. What's going on, everybody? We are in Florida, Septura. We are in Florida. What's going on, John? Appreciate you popping in here. We were just sweeping out the van. We were able to clean up these 3 shelves right here, and the majority of the stuff that was sitting in the back right here. We're about to sweep this last little bit out. but this looks a lot better. You can see there's a huge pile of dust in here. Still definitely going to need to um, dust it out more, mop it out more. I need like a strong magnet to get these nails in here. I want to show y'all this just so y'all can see what I'm talking about in here. But if you look in here, in this railing, all along this is just filled with nails and all types of other stuff. So got a ton of stuff in here that needs to just be slowly gone through and cleaned out and wiped down. But we've made big progress today. I appreciate everybody that's in here and has been in here chilling. We're at a 19% battery, so we're getting towards the end of the stream. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by. We filled a dumpster full of stuff out of here, trash-wise. Here, I'll show y'all. We were able to fill our trash can, basically. I got to find a place for this wood. I'm probably just going to carry it down to the curb because most of it's trash. But the trash can is full. And then we got a scaffolding and some new drills and a new toolbox. A couple other tools and stuff. But other than that, most of it was just stuff that, whoa, excuse me, needed to be tossed. So that's what we are doing now. So now I'm going to use this big dustpan right here that we found. And I'm going to use this little bristle brush right here. And we're going to sweep this. And that'll be majority of the bulk of this. Trying to clean out this door jamb a little. Okay. Okay, boys. It's about as good as we're going to make it here. So much better, though. And we'll just brush the rest of this out like this. It's going to fly away with the air anyway. Okay, boys, what do we think? Pretty good progress? Made pretty good progress here. It looks a lot better than when we started, for sure. If you were here at the beginning of the live stream and saw it, compared to what it is now, for sure progress. Okay, and then we're gonna save this dustpan. This is gonna just be always in the van because it was always in the van as a kid. And then, yep, you're gonna hit it with the hose anytime soon? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I need to like mop it out or something. I think what I'll do is I'll finish getting it fully cleaned out of everything that I can. That way it's like a blank slate. And then I'm definitely gonna go in here with either like a cheap mop or something that we can kind of get a lot of this, the rest of this out of here. And I want to wipe down these shelves, just basically so we can kind of start fresh with our business in it. So try and get it cleaned out for the most part, and then go from there with how it is. But I think we did a lot of progress today. I'll take y'all in here so you can see what we've done. That way we can all celebrate the success together. Okay, basically we filled this dumpster full of this. This has to walk to the curb. We took the tools that we wanted to keep, put in there for the most part. And then we have these down here that we're keeping. Got a bag full of trowels, an empty toolbox that'll be nice to have. And then also some random tools. And then here we go. We have these 3 shelves cleaned off now. Let me show you. These shelves are now cleaned out. So there's nothing on these 2 shelves here. And then up here is just all the little like nail containers with nails. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with all that. And then what we have left to do is these shelves right here. Some's got like plumbing stuff, first aid kit, stuff like that. And then also same with these shelves over here still need to get taken care of. So we have a bunch of spray cans and stuff that need to be tossed. and a lot of this stuff needs to be tossed. And then same with the front over here. Got some stuff that just needs to get out of the van. So we were able to get a lot of stuff done, but there's still a lot more that needs to be done. I just happened to fill my trash can and I can't take out any more trash right now. So we'll call it with that, and the battery is dying. But I'm going to pack up the rest of this real quick, our keeper stuff. So we're keeping the trowels. This new toolbox I'm going to put on my trailer actually. So we'll have that. And then we're keeping this bag. So we were able to get rid of a lot of stuff though. So I'm satisfied with that for the most part. Hey, I appreciate you saying that, Relief. I saw what you said. Definitely try and be here for the rest of the clean out. Yeah, I might do a part 2 tomorrow. I don't know when I'll do the rest of the van clean out, but definitely just stay tuned to the channel. I've been trying to go live a lot more. I appreciate you being in here as well and subscribing. I'm trying to go live a lot more, doing more random stuff around the house and around the business that's not so like focused on the pressure washing itself. So I'm trying to be a little bit more well-rounded as a content creator here on YouTube. So the lives are an extra element. The shorts are an extra element. And then also same with the actual long form videos and stuff, shorts, all that stuff. So we're trying to just kind of reach out and broaden our branches is what I'm trying to say. So you got to see me clean out the van today. 2 days ago, I was doing the dishes. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you joining and being in here, homie. It, much appreciated. And we were able to get quite a bit done. The van looks a lot better. This stuff I'm going to find a home for. It's not going to probably stay in here, but I'm going to leave it in here for now. And then I'm going to take all the rest of this down to the curb, which maybe I'll do that with y'all. But other than that, we're going to shut this up and put this stuff that we're unsure of back in here for now, so that we can continue our journey doing this. And I think that is it. I'll put this broom back in here for now. We were able to get it pretty clean though, like the floor area and those 2 shelves and all that filled an entire dumpster. Well, like trash can. It's not a dumpster. I don't know why I keep calling it a dumpster, but I think we'll shut the van up for now. The thing is, I need to find a spot for that scaffolding stuff. Okay, we're done with that. Done with that. Boom, baby. How about that? Got the van a little bit more organized for y'all. Not fully cleaned out yet, but we're getting it closer and closer to being able to be used for our pressure washing business, which was the main goal, was getting it set up so that we would be able to use it for our business. So that was our main goal. You can't mix 2 businesses together. We had a carpentry company being ran out of that van, and then now it was about to be a pressure washing van. So I was kind of well, that didn't work. I was kind of cross-contaminating businesses basically. So I wasn't trying to blend all the equipment together. So I needed to just do a big overhaul clean out of the van. That way we can move our stuff in. So that's what we were doing here today. And I appreciate everybody that's in here. Everybody that stopped by and shown support is much appreciated. Not every day that you get people to support you in your endeavors, especially when it's cleaning out a van. You know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate y'all chilling and hanging out. That's kind of what this channel is for. It's just a hangout. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make some more friends, trying to build a community, trying to hang out, trying to show y'all what I do, and just, you know what I'm saying? Be transparent, be real. So that's the main goal with this channel anyway. So I ain't got nothing to hide. Anybody's got questions or wants to ask or all that stuff, just let me know, because I'll try my best to answer any questions that anybody has. I'm just trying to make sure this dumpster a little closed so that we can put it down at the curb and not be worried about whether or not they'll take it or not, because sometimes if it's too full, they won't take it. So we got to make it look like it ain't that full. Make it look like it's not full, bro. It's heavy, but trying to make it not look full. Okay, this is for sure gonna be heavy now. Oh yeah! Oh yeah, that's heavy. Okay, the only thing I need to do is figure out a spot to put this scaffolding pieces for now. I'll put y'all like this so you can see. I need to find a spot for these scaffolding pieces. And then this big board that we got. So I have these two pieces. I think I'm gonna keep these over here for now. Because they're large and in charge. And I don't really need them. But they're not worth throwing away, I'll tell you that much. And you never know when you might need them. I'm telling you though, if y'all could have seen my grandfather's like garage, you think the van had a lot of random construction stuff. Imagine like being in business for like 45 years and like this garage basically slowly turning into everything pressure washing related. That's kind of what it turned into, his garage. So that was even crazier to clean out than this. Only one other thing I need to do is find a place for this big piece of wood that we have, which I believe is it's the scaffolding for the piece for the scaffolding. I'll show you all these too, because this is where I'm gonna put it. These are our yard signs that we still need to put out. Got a bunch of yard signs here. They need to go see their time in the sun. That's what they need to do. They need to go visit the sun. Bring me back some riches. I wonder what's the most one person has made off of one yard sign. You know? Like I wonder if it's like one that's been out there and just stays out there and just has like trickled in business for years. Or if there's something, you know what I'm saying? Like there's got to be something. A yard sign that's made a boatload. What's going on, Florida? I've seen you in here before, homie. We just finished cleaning out the van here. Well, we got about halfway done. We got half the van cleaned out and swept out. Got a lot of the shelves taken care of. And we also need to take care of the right side half of the van and the back. I'll show you what we have left because I still have the door open for it. So I can still show you real quick what we've done and what we got to do. Basically, we have to take care of from here forward, from like right here forward, and then this shelf right here, and then these shelves right here. We are basically able to, I don't know if y'all can see in here. We're able to clean up in there a lot. The floor is swept and a lot of this stuff is off the ground and taken care of. So we made a lot of progress, but we still got a long way to go. That's what I'm trying to say. But my phone was dying and the microphone is gonna die here soon. So I was kind of just wrapping everything up. I was gonna run this trash down to the curb and then basically call it on that. I appreciate y'all popping in here though. What's going on, Dr. No Audio? Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. Just hanging out. I got this nice toolbox too. This thing is empty, nothing in it. So we're gonna use this for our new pressure washing toolbox. And it even has these like little drawers that slide out the bottom. This thing is from 1993, man. We got vintage in here. Before I was born. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Okay. And we got ourselves an extra 5-gallon bucket. Let's go. I was thinking I might dump this bucket and not need it. I might put all this wood in there and carry that down to the curb with it. We don't really need any of this. So I might sacrifice this 5-gallon. Hate to say it. Hate to say it. Okay. But hopefully they'll take all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 100% sure they will. Dang, you missed the whole stream? Yeah, I'll show you, I don't know if, well, I kind of showed you, but this van isn't easy to open this. Let me see if I can open it. There's like a secondary lock in here. That makes it a little hard to open. Oh, it opened. I'll show you what we did though, so you can at least see it. Don't feel left out, homie. Don't need you feeling left out. Basically, what we decided we're keeping is right here in this little section. This is all stuff that's being kept, but needs to be taken out at some point. I just don't have room in the garage, so that's another project. But we were able to get this all swept out. We just finished sweeping it out, and then we were able to clean up all these drawers right here, and then both corners right here. And like I said, all this stuff is what we're deciding to keep. Just some drills and some bits and other things like that. And then we've got to start either tomorrow or the next day, like right here, and continue on because we got to do all these shelves. As you can tell, they're covered with random stuff. And then we got to find places for all that stuff. So we did make good progress though, because this is going to be our new pressure washing van. So the fact that we were able to get a lot of this cleaned out and thrown out. I knew a lot of it was trash, but I didn't want to just trash everything because some of it is salvageable, especially because it was my grandfather's stuff. But I think we'll call it on that. I'll shut these doors for you so y'all can see me shut them. That way it's a good closeout. But we'll call it on that one. I appreciate everybody stopping by and checking out the channel and everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't. If you've popped into this live or a live before and I haven't noticed you, say something in the comments. Say what's up, because I see some familiar faces in here. Dr. Audio's familiar. Florida Free Riders been in here before. I saw Moose in here earlier. Stranger. Daniel is in here. I'm trying to shout out some of y'all. Paul was in here. Matt was in here. A couple of y'all been in here couple times. So I appreciate everybody that stopped by before. If you're new here, check out some other videos on our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Post a comment if you want. That helps move the algorithm. If you need anything Amazon related, check out my link to my Amazon storefront. We have a lot of products that we use there. Streaming wise, gaming wise, filming wise, pressure washing wise, all that stuff is going to be on the Amazon storefront. If you need specific pressure washing products, check out my link, Cigar City Soft Wash. There's a promo code GOLD10 at checkout. You'll get 10% off, and I get a little kickback, so it helps support the channel. But if you guys have any questions when it comes to the channel, my life, pressure washing in general, or anything in between, I appreciate you. Let me know down in the comments below, and y'all will have to catch me on the next one, everybody. Peace, y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to shut this door for you so you get that ASMR. Here we go. Let's go. And of course, I didn't shut it good, so I got to do it again. Redo. Let me do a redo. Boom. There we go. Appreciate y'all. Everybody take it easy, all right? Have a good day. Peace, y'all. As Grandpa tries to end